I took a little bit of a break today to do something for myself, and what I came up with, there we go, I think you can really see the difference in those beads there. Been working on a little butterfly. I've got some of these really pretty iridescent black beads, and I did a lot of this on stream, and stream thought that I should do it all in green, so there's one more shade after this. We'll be doing this really bright lime green when I get to the next part. But for now, this is where I'm ending today. Probably going to try to finish it tomorrow and then figure out how I want to actually set it up. Because unfortunately, I didn't think to put interfacing on the back. And I don't know if I will be able to put it on now after I finish this. So maybe if I put it like on a nice really soft towel and don't press down the iron too hard, I can still put interfacing on it. We'll see how that goes. Because I think it would make a really cute patch, basically. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, go try to put some dinner together and call it a night. So I've been doing something new, and I really wish I could show you guys the full design. You can kind of see it right here, I think. It's so freaking ridiculous, and I love it. And so far, I'm really, really pleased with the detail on this thing. Like, I think this is gonna turn out really good. I've only done this itty bitty top little corner up here, just because I pretty much looked at the size of it. I'm never going to be able to get this entirely done on stream, so I'm just going to keep picking away at it here and there. This is going to be a big project, so you guys will see some of it on stream and some of it elsewhere. I kind of want to get like a tilted setup though, because I can't go for very long. That or it will become a thing where like I work on it for a little bit and maybe do something else or something. I don't know. But loving it so far. I think this is going to be super cool, but I'm going to go ahead and roll it up and put it away and go do something else for the night. I got a new page of color down, and I started on the outline, but it's like 8:30 and I think I am done. I will tomorrow do the outline here. And I should, if I keep on this pace, be able to get this done in time. This needs to be done by Wednesday. It is now Friday, so I have less than a week, but I think it'll get there. I'm thinking about putting a bead because the character has her tongue pierced. And I will probably do the bead the very last because I do need to put interfacing on the back and do the edging. And I think I can do that and then do the bead after, and that should work the best, I think. That's what I'm gonna go with, but for now, I'm going to bed. I had this up on my desk and completely forgot that I still needed to photograph it and stuff, so I tore that all down, but here we go. Did most of this on the stream today, and if I tilt it up, you can really see how sparkly it is. Look at that, that is lovely. The detail in it, I'm really liking the detail. There's only 35 colors, which you can see listed down here. And like some of the areas like where there's really hard shadow and highlights, it is a bit blocky, but I kind of feel like when you're being dazzled by all that, it doesn't really matter at all. And the camera's barely even picking that up. But I'm loving it so far. I feel like the more we get done, and the more you kind of pull out and look at it as a whole, the detail gets a lot better. But so far, super impressed. But for now, I am going to focus on lunch and get working back on commissions because I really need to do that. Got quite a bit of work done today. Didn't really feel like it though because it was all a bunch of little fiddly stuff, but I got the outlines on that page done, and then I messed around with some white outlines. I really like that. It's hard to tell, but that is, ooh, wiggly. That is metallic floss and some craft herpes that have just got everywhere in here. That's there forever. I don't know how to do that. Get rid of that. And I kind of added the outer border just because I figured that would make it easier to do this page. That border's going to go all the way around, but I didn't really need it to, so I didn't start a new thread when I finished that one up. But all that's left at this point is to fill all this in and do the outline and finish the white and that bit. And then I just have to turn it into a patch. I'm pretty sure, what is tomorrow, Monday? I'm pretty sure I can get all the stitching done by Wednesday, which is when this thing is due. And at that point, I'll be able to go finally move on to some other things that need to get done, but this one kind of snuck up on me. I don't know what to do about all that glitter, but I'm really liking it. I think the white really kind of helped bring it together. Really helps it stand out against that fabric. So that's going to look really good when it's done. I really wanted to get this done today, but I spent so much time in pain this afternoon and pretty much lost my entire afternoon to that. I kind of wanted to go until my husband got home, but it's starting to get painful again, so that's probably not going to happen. So I've just got the outlining done though. I've got all of the color done. I'm just going to do the black and that little bit of white, and barring anything catastrophic, I know I can get that done tomorrow, so that's nice. I'm really pleased with how it's turning out though, but I want to get that done tomorrow. Possibly put a bead in her tongue. I'm not sure how that will work though. If I do that first and then put the backing on, I don't know if I can do that, or if I should put the backing on and then do the bead. I'm not sure. I have no idea, but I really want to put a bead there because I like using beads for piercings, but I hurt. I'm gonna go to bed. And there we go, got the stitching done. I was gonna turn this into a patch, hence the outline, and the square, but apparently I missed something. This was supposed to be a badge, whoops, so I need to wait for that person to get back to me to decide what I'm gonna do, but for now I'm just gonna set it aside and go do something else, I guess. Well, there we go. I got this entire section up here done. I started around 2 o'clock. It's now 9:30, so I pretty much spent all day on it. That's about 7.5 hours. A full day's work. Most of that went into the black. Once I got into her bonnet, it went really quickly, but just the black was so tedious. But on the other hand, doing all the black did get me a lot more comfortable with using this end, which I don't like to use a whole lot, but I kind of was forced into it, and you can kind of see in a few places where there are some very obvious lines where I wasn't terribly comfortable with it, but then again, there's a lot of pretty obvious lines over here from before I was using it, so I don't think it makes much of a difference. And when you're, you know, this far away from it and it's sparkling all over you, it really doesn't make that much of a difference ultimately, but I love it so much. I am going to go make dinner and call it a night, I think, because this was exhausting. I'll probably work on it more tomorrow though as well, just because I've really got nothing else pressing to do for the next few days. Got a little bit of work done on this during the stream today. Not a lot, but I'm having a hard time sitting upright, so I think I'm gonna go head back to bed where I can be a little bit more comfortable today. My shoulder's really bugging me too. But yeah, got some more work done. Really starting to fill them out. I don't know how long this is going to take me. Just because it's not really a high priority one, but you know. I was saying this on stream, I have a feeling that this is going to have the same weird little issue, which on the stitch along is by design. Here, not so much. But I feel like all of the black lines are just going to disappear into this one. We'll see, I guess. But that's where we are so far. Going back to this thing. Maybe a video or two ago. You can see my dinner back there. Maybe a video or two ago. You probably saw me working on this, and the colors were like really weird and faded and washed out. And what had happened was somehow my index on PC Stitch had reverted back to the default. I don't know how that happened. But that was pretty much the entirety of the problem. That, and I didn't check the symbols and had a duplicate symbol, but the colors are looking so much better. That's a lot more yellow. That's way more green. That's what I was going for. So, yeah, got a little bit done tonight. But it's like 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go scrounge up some food and go to bed. So I'm trying this deal right here to see how this does at getting rid of tension lines in my stitching, which I'm pretty good at keeping them out. Every now and then I'll get them on something, and I have a harder time keeping them away with even weaves and with Hardanger. With Ada, it's usually pretty easy. Ada will kind of facilitate them not happening to begin with. But I'm trying to see if doing a more jaggedy edge on the page boundaries will keep those away. We shall see, but there we go. Page 1 done. Loving the colors, so much more robust. I think that's a good word for that. Now, I'm going to see how easy it is to go on to page 2. I think this will be a challenge, but I feel like I can get used to it. And here's the final progress for today. I think this kind of thing here is definitely doing its job, I think, because you can't tell where that seam is at all, which is really nice, but it is so complicated to work around. So freaking complicated, but I think I'm gonna try this on a couple of these little ones, because I don't like working across multiple pages. That's a big pain in the ass. So I'm trying to find a way to get rid of those lines without having to do that. And unfortunately, I think this might be the best bet. But it's coming along really nicely. I'm loving these colors. This was what I wanted the colors to look like originally, and I'm so pleased with it. I've put up an offer for these things. I've got 10 of them available, all custom colors. By the time this video goes up, I'm not sure if there will be any slots left. If there are, I will put the listing for that down below. But I'm gonna go ahead, take off for the night. Might go work on the stitch along. I don't know. We'll see. But that's where I am. I think this is where I'm gonna end this today. Just got the second page done. Decided to do some outlining. I don't know why. I got bored with doing the fill, I guess. Just a little bit here, and then I'm done with the top, and then we go on to the bottom 2 pages, because the bottom row, page 3, has nothing on it. I love it when that happens. It makes it seem like I've got less work to do. But pretty pleased with how it's turning out. I don't really like stitching on linen, because you can kind of see that everything's like different sizes and stuff, and that's super duper awkward. Don't like it that much, but that's where I am. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna play around with some other stuff, and then I've really got to get back to commissions, I think. A little something else I started today, and I was filming it. It's kind of hard to tell what it is, but it's my little goat that I use. This is a version that I use for like live stream announcements and things like that. And I'm just kind of giving him a little painted effect. I'm going to start offering these kind of things as patches as well. I've got so many different animal templates, and this is just today's work, just really a few hours overall that I did. Not a whole lot of work, really, because we were gone for a big chunk in the middle of the day. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to see how quickly I can get these done. I'm going to guess probably about a week each is my guess, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But here's what I've got so far. I'm really liking it. And, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed.